I got a good clean first lap in this 40 lap F main. Top two will bump to the E. Stay low on the back. Clear. Low out of 4. Clear. Ooh, got one sideways going into 1. Hangs on to it. We've got Bontrager out front. Oh, caution in 1. Bontrager out front. Parker in the 2. Rowan 3. McLean 4. Messer 5. Cooter 6. And Serta 7. Bontrager in the 1. I believe it's that red and green number 5. Then we've got Parker right in front of him in the 2 spot. Bontrager to Parker is 5.9 seconds. Parker to McLean, 4.1 seconds. And 1.6 from McLean to Messer, 1.3 from Messer to Cooter, 0.6 from Cooter to Rowan. We've got the Facebook Live finally working, and at least it's working for the main, so tell your friends and family, Facebook Live is working. I'll also have a video up on Combustion RC on YouTube next week. Minute 55 into this one. We got 18 laps left. Bontrager across the line in the pink number 11. There's Bontrager. That's right. Pink number 11 is your 1 car. Followed by Rowan in the 2. Parker just 2/10 off of Rowan. Oh, caution into 3, low into 3, low into 3. That's clear. Parker still in the 2, 1.8 behind him is Messer, 0.1 behind Messer is Rowan. Got 8 laps left. Leader coming down the straightaway to round 1 and 2, down the backstretch. That is your leader in the pink and white with the black wheels. Parker in the 2. No, Parker no longer in the 2. Rowan now to the 2. Parker to the 3 with 5 laps left. Caution in turn 2. Say low and 2. Low and 2. Rowan now a full lap ahead of Parker. Oh, we're getting some cars tangled up on the backstretch. Who is that did? All right, that is time. When you cross the line, you're done. That's the 40th lap. Bontrager gets it. He's the first one to 40. Rowan with 36 laps on a 3:29.5 is going to get the bump to the E. You guys will be bumped to the E main. You guys will bump to the E main. That is race 5, so make sure you're ready. This is late model E main. Late model E main. Drivers from the last race come back out to Marshall. This one's Curry, Remington, Bowden, Cox, Messer, Reed, and Jones. Losy Sprint A main, you will be next. Losy Sprint A main, you will be next. All right, we're gonna go live out of 2. Here we go. And we got a good first lap. Everybody counted. A little slow, but they all made it around. Hey, Tim, when you come back, I need to ask you a question. When you come back, I have a question for you. Curry in the 1, Remington in the 2, 1 second separating between the pink of Curry and the red of Remington. The red and white flames of Remington is your 2, pink Curry in the 1. Jones in the red is just 9/10 back from Remington, so the second position is still anybody's game. pink in the 1, red and white in the 2, all red in the 3. Whoa, Jones getting by Remington. Remington getting a little bit squirrely, getting into the rear end of Messer there. Messer is 2 laps back from Remington, so it's pretty much on a race of his own at the moment. Oh, leader on the lid, leader on the lid. Oh no. So that's going to change things up. So now Jones out front, followed by Remington. Curry 1.4 behind Remington. We got 25 laps left to go in this 40-lap race. Jones stuck on the pipe. That was your lead car. It's no longer your lead car. Remington now going to be the lead car, followed by Curry and Jones. Still less than 2 seconds between them. Jones does have the fast lap of this race so far by a full 10th. So your number 1 is red and white, number 2, pink, number 3, red and black. If those cars are coming on you, go ahead and wash out to the outside and let them by on the inside. They are racing for the bump spot. They are 3 laps ahead of the whole field. Red and white in the 1, pink in the 2, red and black in the 3. Red and black now a lap down from the 2, but he's got the lap times to make it back. If he can get clean passes. Oh, Curry getting into Donutsville over there in turn 3. I don't think there's a Dunkin' over there though. Jones out. Something in the rear end of that car just slipped out. So now, it apparently has a little bit of an odor. Remington and Curry 26 seconds ahead of Messer. 8 laps left in this one. Red and white is your lead. Pink is your 2. Those are the 2 bump spots to the D main and late model. Oh yeah, I can smell that now. Wow. Almost smelled like a burned up clutch. It's weird. Last lap, once Remington crosses, this will be the end of this one. You cross, you're done. Remington and Curry getting the bump. 9/10 separation was their finish at the line.
All drivers are finished.
Remington and Curry will bump to the D main. This is a 40-lap A main for Losy Sprint. Live out of 2. Here we go. Let's do a restart. All right, next time out of 2, you'll be live. Remember, you need to go 1 full lap. Here we go. Caution in turn 1, low in the 1. Oh, got a broken right front on John's car. He's still going to try to finagle it around the track, it looks like. Somehow his lap times got faster with a broken right front. How is that even possible? I guess you just needed that right front really cambered in, John. Crane out front, 5.720 fast lap already, followed by a 5.8 of Burke. Burke is 2.1 seconds behind him. Queck, 5.2 behind Burke. McLean, 1.2 behind Queck. Ashley, 1.2 behind McLean. Minute 34 left in this one. Actually, sorry, that's how much time we're in this one. 23 laps left in this one. Just got so used to calling out time. This is race 3, race 4, Outlaw Sprint E-Main, Morris, Crowell, Chapman, Harper. You guys need to be over trackside. Morris, Crowell, Chapman, Harper, trackside. You guys are up for Outlaw Sprint E-Main. Caution turn 2, caution turn 2. So got Crane, Burke, Fleck, McLean, and Ashley. Thirteen laps left. Ten. And drivers, we will do podium pictures at the end of the night. If you're in an A main, we'll do podium pictures at the end of the night so we can keep everything moving smoothly. Crane, Burke, Queck, and McLean. McLean just 1 second behind Queck, now 2. That's time. When you cross, you're done. Crane takes it, followed by Burke and Queck. Crane in the 1, Burke in the 2, Queck in the 3. Drivers, put your equipment on the racks. Come back out to Marshall. Outlaw Sprint E-Main, Morris, Crowell, Chapman, Harper to the track. All right, we're gonna go live out of turn 2. This will be a 40 lap top 2 bump. Here we go. 40 laps, our last man standing. All right, I will need volunteer marshals since there's only 3 of the guys in this one. I will need volunteer marshals for the next race. It's a full row of 8. I have a full race of 8 coming up after this. 13.5 sprint E-Main, Burke, Gosney, Bruner, Messer, Green, Bowden, and then my bumps of Bontrager and Rowan. You guys are up next. 13.5 E-Main, you guys are next. Whoa, we got Chapman and Crowell touching wheels around the corner there. Morris out front in the blue. Followed by Chapman and Crowell. I just had to manually add a lap to Crowell's because he did slid to the infield and missed the loop, so. You're wondering why there's an added lap on there, that's why. All right, Morris out front, 4.712. Chapman with a 4.782. Oh, there was 3 second separation, but now we're clustered back together. So now 4/10 separation between Morris and Chapman. Chapman in the red, Morris in the blue. Crowell in the silver in the 3. Top 2 bump to the D main. Top 2 of this will bump to the D main, which is race 9. You'll be up after the dash for cashes. "11 laps left. 9/10 is the gap. Morris in the blue, Chapman in the red. "13.5 E main, get him ready. You're up in 7 laps. Burt, Gosney, Brunner, Messer, Green, Bowden, Bontrager, and Rowan. I need volunteer marshals for the next race. I will need volunteer marshals for the next race." I'm in 19 and 29. Unless I make the bump in this, but probably not. So. And that's it. Morris takes it, followed by Chapman and Crowell in the 3. So Morris and Chapman are going to get the bump to the D. He'll be in race number 9. This is a 40-lap E-main, top 2 bump to the D. We're gonna go live at a 2. Here we go. Good, clean first lap. Oh, caution in turn 1. You got it broke. Right rear hanging way off that car. So we got Brunner out early. We got Bontrager, our bump from the F main up from 7th to 1st in the pink and white number 11. Ooh, hang on. And Burke now going to take over the lead from Bontrager. Messer just 1.4 behind them. 2/10 separates Burke and Bontrager. Bontrager back to the top. Burke in the 2. Bontrager in the white and pink. Burke in the silver and blue. Messer now 2 seconds back. That's a half a track back. Now Rowan to the 3. Bontrager putting a 1.7 gap on Burke already. Burke 2.2 ahead of Rowan. Rowan only 0.1 ahead of Messer. Messer 1.5 ahead of Gosney. "25 laps left in this 40-lap E-main. 2 seconds is now the gap between Burke and Rowan. Currently, your number 1 car is putting a lap on the entire field. Once he passes Burke, he will have a lap on the whole field. That white, pink, and black car is your number 1. Burke into the infield, getting sideways. And that's going to move Rowan up to the 2. Burke now 1.3 back from Rowan. 18 laps left. 1.8 is the gap from Burke to Messer. Oh, Burke is out. He got into the wall and he is out. So Rowan now in the 2. 2.3 ahead of Messer. Messer just 0.9 ahead of Gosney. Bontrager, though, the surprise of the evening, coming from the F main, 7th in this, up to 1st, and currently has a lap and a half on the whole field. That pink and white is flying. Rowan in the 2, Messer 3, Gosney 4. Burke and Green out early. Brunner out early. Six laps left. Still just 2 seconds between Rowan and Messer. All that means is one mistake can make the difference.
Outlaw sprint and late model sprint. Dash for cash, guys. Start making your way this way. We'll do chip draw right after this race. Late yellow and outlaw sprint dash for crash, guys. Come on up here.
This is his last lap. Once Bontrager crosses, it'll be it. You cross the line, you're done. Bontrager takes the bump from the F to the E and then from the E to the D. Rowan gets the number 2 bump. So Rowan and Bontrager,
Yeah, so draw last because he put the bottle.
you will be bumping to the D, which... All right, so running order is going to be Peterson, Miller, Sperry, Smith, Larson, Sperry, Jason Sperry. Sorry, let me do that again. Peterson, Miller, Wyatt, Smith, Larson, Jason, Remington, Curry. There we go. Rolling one more, rolling one more, rolling one more. Here we go. All right, we're doing pretty decent in this one. Whoa, caution in turn 1. That's clear. We've got Peterson out front, now Larson out front, followed by Peterson. Larson followed by Smith. So we've got the gray and orange yellow out front, followed by the white and blue of Smith. Followed by Peterson in the 3. Peterson 3 seconds back from the top 2. And then Curry just 4/10 back from Peterson. Curry up to the 3 in that pink car. That is your new 3 spot. Number 1 coming down the front stretch right behind the pink car. Number 2 right behind him in the white blue. You got Larson out front, turning the 4726 to the 4684 of Smith. Oh, there's an incident coming out of 4. That is clear. Incident in 2 with their 3 car. That is now clear. Stay low out of 2, low out of 2. Clear. Where is my lead? There we go. Larson coming around down 3-4 down the front stretch right now. That is your leader in gray, orange, and yellow. Second place in the white and blue coming around the front stretch right now. They are a full lap on the entire field. And counting. Gap between 1 and 2 now is 2.6 seconds. Larson with the 4684, matching Smith's 4684 from lap 14. That is your top 2 drivers going for the bump to the C. Low and 1, low and 1, low and 1. Clear? Oh, our leader just pulled off. Smith out to the 1 now. Larson off the track with 8 laps left. That's going to open up the 2 spot to Curry. Curry, who just made the bump from the E to the D, is in the 2nd spot to make the bump to the C. So we've got our number 1 car out front, a lap ahead of Curry, but that number 1 car is the white and blue of Smith. Curry in the hot pink. Larson out early.
Yeah. Awesome.
This will be your last lap. White flag flying.
High front, straight,
High in the front, high in the front. When you cross the line, you will be done. When you cross the line, you'll be done. Smith's going to take it, followed by Curry. Smith and Curry will bump to the C. You will be in race 12. Smith and Curry bump to race 12. All right, front stretch close, front stretch close. Drawing order. Drawing order, McCord in the 1, Phi in the 2, Rippey in the 3, So 5-2, Rippy 3 up behind McCord. And then the 4 will be Gannon. 5 is Fisher and 6 is Dean. That was their token draw. Take one more lap. Wave to the crowd as you go by. All right, we're gonna go live out of turn 2. This time by, this is our Dash for Cash. Here we go, 20 laps and everything is on the line in this one. We've got McCord still hanging on to the top spot. Rippy getting a little nose up underneath the 5. We've got Dean up into that 2 spot, trying to get down McCord now. We got them slamming into each other at turn 4. We're not even 3 laps in and there's already carnage. Oh, upside down. Rippy's just getting hammered out there. McCord in the 1, Dean 1.3 behind McCord.
Red and white leader.
Red and white is your leader in the number 77 right there. Coming down the front stretch right now. Black and yellow coming down the front stretch right there behind him in the black and yellow number 11. Fisher in the 3. Fisher is Indigo. Here, Destin. He's gaining on him too. Fisher is cutting time. Gannon in the 4. Rippy in the 5. Fi out early.
He's already blocking.
Fi trying to get back on the track. Oh! Oh! We got the nose up under there. McCord's around. Dean up to the top, all the way from the back. He got the worst token draw, and he's back into the 1. We got 4 laps left in this one. Dean out front, followed by McCord. 3.9 is the gap, 5.8 from McCord to Fisher, then 0.1 from Fisher to Gannon. Rippy in the 5, Fi in the 6. That's time. You cross, you're done. Dean's gonna take the win, and McCord's gonna get the 2. Congratulations, drivers, and that 20-lap Dash for Cash. Up next is gonna be our Outlaw Sprint Dash for Cash. We'll put a miss down, and then we'll race that one in token order as well. All right, first out is going to be Smith. Second out is going to be Dean. Third will be Keel. 4th, Hooks. 5, Fi. And 6, Brenton. Let's see how many parts we see fly through the air. We're going to go crazy out of 2. Here we go. Dean looking to the inside. Gets it down. Smith in the 2, Keel 3, Hooks 4, Brenton 5. Fi 6, Fi up to the 5. Brenton down to the 6. All right, we got Dean out front of caution in 3. They're all over the place. We got another one rolling. They're all trying to get to Dean. He's now 2 seconds ahead with $150 on the line. Will the bumpers make a difference? Seven laps to go. Dean out front by 2.6, clicking off 4 4s and 4 5s. Last lap, and Dean takes it. He's going to clean sweep the dashes. Dean takes both dashes. 3 seconds was the gap between Dean and Hooks, and Hooks to Smith is just 0.5. Give it one more full lap. One more full lap. We'll go out live next time by. Out live next time by. And this 40-lap D-main top 2 will bump to the sea. Here we go. Whoa, Morris with a slide and a drift, hangs on to it. Oh. I can feel the wind coming off of them this time. Now I know they're out there cooking some speed. Outlaw Sprint, D-Main, Dodson out front, 3/10 ahead of Sontag. Sontag 9/10 ahead of Eves. Eves 2/10 ahead of Chapman. Chapman 1.9 ahead of Neural. Neural 4/100 ahead of Moss. Moss 5.9 ahead of Curry. Morris out early. Dodson out front in the black and green. He is your lead. Sontag in the hot pink is the second place position. They are only 9/10 ahead of Chapman in the red. Chapman is a bump from the E, and he is up gaining on second position. And then 8/10 behind Chapman is Eves. Eves in the white, I believe. He's now 1.6 back from Chapman. So the close battle on the field right now is for that final bump spot between the pink of Sontag and the red of Chapman. We got 20 laps left in this one. We've got Dodson out front only by 8/10 in the black and green. Oh, caution in turn 4. Dodson gets into it. Sontag and Chapman get into it as well. Chapman's going to move into that 2 spot. Sontag down to the 3. 1.2 separates Chapman and Eves. Now, Eves and Sontag by 1/10. Sontag looking at the inside of Eves, trying to get by the white car to get back up to where he was. He's like, I've got it. I know I can do it. I was there once before. They touch wheels coming around. Sontag back up into the 3 spot. Now just 1.7 back from Chapman. Chapman 1.3 back from Dodson. Dodson out front in the black and green. Chapman in the red and Sontag in the pink. That is your running order. 13 laps left in this Outlaw Sprint D-Main. Top 2 bumping to the C. 4706 out of Dodson, 4709 out of Chapman, 4776 out of Sontag, 4753 out of Eves. That is your top 4 drivers, fast laps. Moss with a 4942. We got Eves out early. Eves out of this one. So that's going to move Sontag up into the 3 spot. Dodson now just 9/10 ahead of Chapman, and 2.4 separates Chapman and Sontag. Anything can happen, as we have already seen with 6 laps left. Black and green of Dodson out front. Chapman in the red right behind him. And then pink of Sontag. Half a lap back with 3 laps left. And when you cross, there it is. When you cross now, you're going to be done. Dodson and Chapman take the bump. Sontag very close behind. We're going to go live out of turn 2. Here we go. Ready? This is a 40 lap A main, just like the big dogs. This is race 10 of 36. 36 rounds. It says 37 on here, but that's just because the last one just says water. We got running order of Mays, Sheldon, Savage, Sperry. Look into the blue line. Oh.
You have to corner and then do that, yeah. Because we need you right back out. But there should be a pretty good gap between the B and the A for SC mod. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because the B's and A's are pretty separated. It's just the lowers.
Yeah. Yep. All right, 22 laps left. May, Sheldon, Savage, Sperry. Running order has not changed. Sheldon and Savage separated by just 2.9. That's a close battle on the track right now. May's running almost a second and a half faster lap times than he has all day. Low in 3 and 4. Oh, Sperry out. Broken right front, it looks like. Yep. Sperry is out. Like I said, I will need volunteer marshals for the next race. The next race is race 11, 13.5 sprint, D main. D main. This will be Darnell, Everett, Linderman, Glass, Abbott, Levesque, Bontrager, and Rowan. New fast lap for Caden Sheldon, 6.315. That's pretty good for a mud boss. Three laps left. All right, that's time when you cross, you'll be done.
All drivers are finished.
It's going to be Mays, Sheldon, and Savage. Better. All right, this time out of 2, we're going hot. Here we go. Whoa, Bill Abbott going hot into the corner, but is able to only take out himself. I don't know how that didn't happen. He bounced off 2 cars. Caution come out on 4th. Thread the needle. That's clear. That was Darnell. No, that was Everett. And Bontrager? Not sure who that was actually. Maybe it wasn't Everett. Caution 1 and 2. Caution 1 and 2. Stay. That's clear. Darnell out front. Followed by Bontrager. 2/10 separation. Bontrager moving all the way from the F through the E into the D, up into the lead of the D. Holy smokes, what a run. What a run. Bontrager started 6th in the F main and worked his way all the way up to running in the lead in the D right now in that pink number 11. "23 laps to go in this one. Bontrager out front by 3.8 seconds over Darnell. Darnell 2.9 over Glass, who's 2.5 over Everett, who's 1.2 over Linderman. Caution on the front stretch. Stay low. Stay high out of 2. Clear. 18 laps left to go. Bontrager out front with a 4.737 in that white and pink. Fastest lap on the track by a full 10th to Everett. "15 laps left. Late model C main. Chapman, Perrier, Eves, Hooks, Kidder, Serta, Smith, and Note and Curry. You guys are next. Late model C main. You guys are next. Low and four. Clear. Bontrager a full lap and a half ahead of Darnell, who is 2 laps ahead of Rowan. Bontrager and Darnell, unless something drastic happens in the next 7 laps, they've got their bumps locked in pretty tightly. Darnell coming by me right now in the 21, low in the front stretch, back stretch of me, and that's clear. So the white and pink up on Traeger out front in the 1. The number 21, the red and black number 21 is Darnell in the 2. 3 laps to go. And that's time. When you cross the line, you're done. Bontrager and Darnell getting the bump to the C main. Bontrager and Darnell getting the bump to the C main. You guys will be up in race 20. Race 20. Here we go. Good start to it. Got a little squirty here and there, but good start otherwise. Chapman out front, followed by Hooks. Hooks ahead of Perrier by 4/10. Chapman ahead. Oh, caution on backstretch. Chapman out. Not sure what happened to that car. He was flying and then just out. So we got Hooks out front in the white 99. Followed by Smith in the white, blue, and orange. Can't see the number. It's too fast. Oh, caution at 1, caution at 1. They're everywhere in 1. Still Hooks and Smith. Half-second separation. Perrier in the bright blue and yellow in the 3 spot. Serta in the 4. Kidder 5. Curry 6. Chapman out. Eves unable to start this one. Top 2 will bump to the B. Top 2 will bump to the B. $20 laps to go. Hooks out front. Now Smith out front ahead of Hooks. Perrier in between the 2. Perrier is in the 3 spot. He is a lap down. Caution coming out of 2. Say hi. That's clear. Hooks back around.
So water between every one of these.
Okay. Cool. That worked. We got 11 laps to go. Make that 10. Smith out front. 6/10 behind him is Hooks. They are a lap and a half on the field. Top 2 bump to the B. Caution in 3. Thread the needle in 3. Clear. And we've got who else we got out? Oh, Serta now out. Last lap. Smith is going to take it, followed by Hooks. They will get the bump to the B. Here we go. Or have an extremely delayed start. Okay. Well, it still counts because it's 40 laps, so not time. We got Miller back on the track. Maybe. Unfortunately, did try to go for it, just wouldn't do it. 50 seconds left. Gildner out front, followed by, sorry, not 50 seconds, 50 seconds in, 29 laps left. Gildner out front, followed by Crane and Sperry. Outlaw Sprint C-Main, hit him up trackside, and Volunteer Marshals be getting ready. Volunteer Marshals be getting ready. Roselle, Schaus, Perrier, Rippey, Larson, Gannon, Dodson, Chapman, Outlaw Sprint C-Main. The fact that I'm saying that many of those names in the C-Mains shows you how fast tonight is. We got Gildner out front, followed by Crane and Sperry. Crane and Sperry separated by just 3.4. Sperry's actually gaining on Crane at the moment. Sperry in the red, Crane in the yellow, Gildner out front in the orange. Top two will bump to the B. Sperry gaining on Crane, trying to get that bump spot. Oh, we had a long lap that time though. Ooh, I smell some propane right now. .248 in 7 laps to go. Gildner, Crane, and Sperry. Oh, caution in 2. I said I will need volunteer marshals for the next race. Outlaw Sprint C-Main, I will need volunteer marshals. After this, I should fairly be good on the way out. I'll need volunteers after SR10B. Gildner's going to take it. Crane's going to take the bump. Gildner and Crane, you'll be back up in race 22. And we go live out of 2. Perrier and Rippey are going to be restart. Go live out of 2. Here we go. That was a good clean first lap right there. Dodson and Chapman, which are my bump spots, they're moved up already in the field, putting Gannon to the back. Running order ahead of them hasn't changed any. And now it has. Schaus out front, Roselle in the 2. Perrier 3, Rippey 4, Larson 5, Chapman, Dodson, and Gannon. Whoa, Perry, you're getting sideways. He's going to drop back way far. Oh man, Perry are getting all the way back to the 7th position. This one is close. There is 1.2 between your first and second car, and then 0.1 to 0.7 between every car from 2nd place to 7th place. Schaus out front. Coming down the front stretch right now in the black and white. That is Schaus, followed by Roselle in the 2. Roselle is coming down the front stretch right there in the white, blue, and like orange. They're separated by almost a full turn, but then Roselle and Rippey. Roselle and Rippey separated by 1.4. Oh, no, Roselle to Chapman, 1.4. Chapman to Larson, 0.9. Larson to Rippey, 1.1. 18 laps left in this one. 18 laps left. Roselle coming down the front stretch right there, the white with the white wheels. That is your 2 car. Followed by Chapman in the red, who is just about a straightaway behind him, gaining on him quick. They are now separated by 1.031. 4.589 fast lap out of Chapman to the 4.582 of Roselle. They're both turning 4.6s and 4.7s now. 4.570 out of Roselle. Roselle getting into the Chapman bike. Caution in turn 1. Go low in 1. We got him on the side. That was Roselle. So Chapman up to the 2 spot. Larson in the 3. Larson 2 seconds back from Chapman. Larson to Rippey, 0.9. 10 laps left in this one. We've got Schaus out front catching wheels with somebody. Oh, Schaus spinning it on the front stretch, getting back on the groove. That's going to put Chapman right on his tail. 3/10 separate Schaus and Chapman. Schaus in the black and white coming down the front stretch right now. Chapman in the red right behind him with the black wheels. They're coming around turn 1 and 2 onto the back stretch. 6 laps left, 7/10 separation. 2.4 back to Rippey in the 3 spot. Rippey and Larson separated by 0.2. 5 laps left in the C-main top 2 bump to the A. Schaus and Chapman have it pretty locked in as long as there's no major mistakes with 3 laps left. Schaus in the 1, black and white. Chapman in 2 in the red. Coming down the back stretch, around in the front stretch right now. That's your 1 and 2 for the bump spot. They are on their last lap. And that's a race when you cross, you will be done. Schaus and Chapman taking the bump spot to the B. Next time by, we'll go live out of 2 for this Midget C main. Here we go. Top 2 bump to the A. This is a 30 lap C main. Top 2 bump to the A. Caution in 1 and 2, that's now clear. Running order is currently Shiplet, Suttles, Haynes, Scooter, and Petrie. We got Shiplet out front in the yellow. 1.2 behind him is Suttles in the blue. Haynes in the silver in the 3. Cooter in the 4. And Petrie in the 5. Caution in 1 and 2, go low in 1 and 2. Cooter up to the 3 now. Laps left. Haynes now gaining on Cooter for the 3 spot. Shiplet and Suttles currently holding on to the 1 and 2 by a hefty margin. 7.2 between Shiplet and Suttles, and then 6.5 between Suttles and Cooter. Ten laps left. As long as nothing drastic happens, I think Shiplet and Suttles will probably hang on to that bump spot, but anything can happen. Caution one. Got them all piled up in one. Caution on the backstretch. Clear. Five laps left. Shiplet still 4 seconds out front. Suttles 8.5 ahead of Cooter. That's it. When you cross the line, you'll be done. Shiplet and Suttles are going to take the bump. Here we go.
Less than 5.
Restart. We'll go live at a 2. Well, we got some fender rubbing, but we stayed in one piece, at least for the first lap. So we're off and good to go in this one. We got Smashley out front. Cotton, though, with an early pass. Smashley trying to get it back. Cotton with the big orange stripe down the top. Ashley in the pink and orange. Hess right on the tail of Ashley, though, in the white. Caution going into one. Whoa, that was close. Oh, our second place just rolled it. That's going to move Ashley down to the 4, Boyer up to the 3, Cotton 1, Hess 2, Boyer 3, Ashley 4, Queck 5, Petrie 6. Up next is SR10 B Main, Abbott, McManus, Nichols, and Smashley. We got Hess up to the 1 now. Cotton's in the 2, and he had a long lap, so he's now just 1 second ahead of Boyer. And Ashley, who was your top qualifier for the B here, is all the way back in 5th place. "14 laps left. Your leader is now Kyle Hess in the all white. All white of Kyle Hess. Cotton with the big orange stripe down the top is your 2 spot. Eight laps to go. SR10 B Main, get him track side. Abbott, McManus, Nichols, and Ashley. Obviously, Ashley's in this one. I know she can't get a track side, but the rest of you can. Like I said, race 18, I will need volunteer marshals. Race 18, I will need volunteer marshals. That is hopefully the last time I'll have to say that for the night. I think we should be good from there out. Cotton still in the 2. Got a 3-second gap. This is the last lap. Oh, Cotton rolls it on his last lap. He's still going to hang on to it, though, because Boyer got caught. So Hess and Cotton. That is your 1 and 2 that's going to bump to the A. Here we go. This is your 30-minute SR10 B Main. We've got McManus out in the front, Abbott in the 2, Ashley in the 3, and Nichols in the 4. Oh, big old honking flip from McManus. A little help from Abbott. McManus trying to get it turned around. Didn't quite want to turn. So Abbott now up front, followed by Nichols in the Pinto. Ashley in the pink, and McManus working his way back up in the orange and green. Street stock B main, you're going to be up after this. That's Rodriguez, Messer, Reeves, Hatfield, Peterson, and Reed. Rodriguez, Messer, Reeves, Hatfield, Peterson, and Reed. I will need volunteer marshals for that race since there's only 4 in this one. I'll need 2 volunteer marshals. Abbott out front, 1.3 ahead of Ashley, who's 1.1 ahead of Nichols. Everybody running a little bit smoother than they were at the beginning. Not quite as much throttle and a little more drive. McManus getting his lap back from Ashley, but he's still 1 lap down. And he just spun out, so it's going to go back. Abbott out front, fast lap 6.146. Caution on the backstretch. That is your leader. Ashley out front, got a little squirrely and missed the line, so I had to add a lap in there, but she is there. No, she went across a little inside of the loop. Ashley is out front, Abbott now in the 2. McManus 3, Nichols 4. Had a few good laps of smooth driving and then a lot of like sand popping. 7 laps left. Fast laps, Ashley 6.104, Abbott 6.146, McManus 5.950, and Nichols 6.470. Five laps to go. Ashley 1 lap ahead of Abbott, but Abbott 1 lap ahead of McManus. So as it sits right now, Ashley and Bill will get the bumps to the A. That's time. When you cross, you're done. I should say that's the end of the race, not time. Ashley and Abbott getting the bump. Go live at a 2. Here we go. Restart. Here we go. Whoa, caution on the backstretch. We've got Messer out front in the silver and yellow. Caution in turn 3-4. That's clear. Oh, that was close. Peterson the 1, Messer in the 2, Rodriguez 3, Hatfield 4. And Reed 5. Number 1 car coming down the front stretch right now in the white and orange. That is Peterson. followed by Messer in the gray and yellow. Rodriguez right behind him. What? Messer's in the all white. Okay. Messer's in the all white. That's Hatfield in the gray. Okay. So Peterson, Messer, Rodriguez, Hatfield, Reed is your running order. Midget, B-Maid, Rowan, Eves, Parker, Perez, Bridgewater, Stowell, Shiplet, Suttles. You're going to be up in 12 laps.
All right, coming out on the back straight. Here we go. All right, boys, we are in it. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right, 1 and 2. 2 up to number 1 spot. 1 given to the fender. All right, number 3, Perez, making a run out. Oh, Perez having to check up a little bit. So we got white, red, instead of racing machine. We got orange and yellow. Perez in the yellow and orange with the black panel. All right, we got Steve, Perez, Rowan, Parker, Stowell, Shiplet, and Bridgewater. 23 laps to go. Uh-oh, third place running over second. And I believe Parker up to number 3 now. Yes, sir. All right, white, red, and black is your leader. Orange and yellow and black is second place. Third place is the orange and red car with the orange wheel. Fourth place is in the yellow dirt floor car with the red paint. 16 laps to go. Fast lap reads 5:36. All right, he's in Fred, racing building. We're starting to brew. All right, white, red, yellow, and black. Leaders on, guys. Leaders on, guys. Second place. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. All right. South continues. 12 laps to go. Now 11. White and black. Orange and black. Or yellow and orange. Sorry. So a lot of orange in this race. All right, white, red, yellow, and orange. Leaders coming up on you guys. Leaders coming up on you. Perez to the inside. Leaders coming up on you guys. Oh, Perez getting into traffic. And Eve back to the front. 6 laps left to go. Eve, Perez, and Rowan. 3 seconds back. All right, Perez, looking fast, is the faster car. Can he make it happen? 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 after this one. All right, final lap. Can Perez make it? through, pink, squeeze it in, to the finish line. Cameron taking the win by 1/10 of a second. Perez, number 2, Parker.
Car was there, I wasn't. That was one of those, that car was perfect, I wasn't.
And Bob Traeger do it again. Rumor has it C main or F main.
30 seconds
All the way
to
through
race.
E, the D, and now the C main. All right, come on to the back. Here we go. Oh no, I think I might have number 2. All right, new leader out front, full splits of traffic. Orange and yellow, and black. He leads the lead in 2nd place, Larson. 3rd place, Bontrager. He is already up to number 3.
Jeez. That's insane.
Orange, yellow, black, top 3, all within a second of each other. Larson to the front. All right, we're going to 2 and 3, right behind you as well.
Doing the shimmy.
Boys podium, I'm happy. They're happy.
Oh, Bontrager to the outside. Up to number 2, we got Larson, Bontrager, and Perez.
Holy, yeah, so that white and pink car, this one, started in 6th place in the F. It's all the way up to the top of this. Absolutely crazy. Excuse me.
So we got Larson and Bontrager. They are 2/10 of a second separated. Bontrager to the front. Oh no, he runs into the CQ guy. He's upside down on his lid.
Oh no.
He's still in 2nd place. He's got 20 laps, 19 laps to go. He is in 2nd place with 3rd place, 4 seconds back, which is correct.
That is Bontrager right there, who's made the bump all the way from the F.
All right. We've got 12 laps to go. Larson in the lead. Bontrager in 2nd place by 2 laps. So over 3rd place, sorry. He's got 3rd place, 2 laps down. 10 laps to go. 3.2 separates him and Eric Larson. Eric Larson reigning from Garden City, Kansas. Five laps to go. All right, white, blue, and orange. White, blue, red, and orange is your leader. Play nice with these guys. And then pink and white is 2nd, final lap. Larson got caught. Eric Larson taking the win from the 3 spot. Bontrager continuing from the F main to take that final bump up spot.
Here we go. Ooh, Crane getting a little bit sideways. Caution in turn 3, low in 3, that's clear. We've got Linderman out front in that number 20 car, red, white, blue. Green in the black and green in the 2, followed by Crane in the yellow and Bruner in the brain fart. white and blue. Colors are hard. Silver Sprint, B Main, Perez, Dickinson, Parker, Watt, Lockton, Shiplet, Gilder, and Crane. You guys should be getting trackside, as well as a couple of volunteer marshals to help cover for that one. I'll need 3 volunteer marshals. Got one driver in this one who is not able to marshal the next. "20 laps left. Linderman out front, 7.2 ahead of Green, who's 11 seconds ahead of Bruner, who's 1.6 ahead of Crane. Crane now taking over that 3 spot from Bruner.